Welcome to our third show of Weekend Warmup during this spring semester. I'm Bryant Heatherly, your lead anchor.
I'm Kayla Brewer, your co-anchor.
I'm Cassie Fambro with Special Projects and University News and Events.
And I'm Charlotte Stein with Netflix Movie Rental Reviews.
The world-famous Harlem Globetrotters will be in Mobile performing at the Mitchell Center. Info just ahead. And along lines of basketball, what's happening in USA Jags men's basketball? Our student spotlight of the week is JT Crabtree, and he'll give us the latest highlights for our basketball team. JT Crabtree is a USA senior whose face is already familiar with JAG TV viewers. We'll meet and talk with JT about his media education, experience, and what's next as he continues his studies and applies his talents with the new shows and projects into 2014.
Is the University of South Alabama ready for a tornado hit? The city of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Oak Grove High School, and the University of Southern Mississippi suffered a tornado on Sunday the 10th. We'll take a look at their procedures and how notifications can help students ensure that they're moving forward with their emergency plans. And video inputs have been received from applicants for JAG Idol. We'll continue our updates with highlights and more information.
Mardi Gras 2013 was yet another successful celebration for all, as well as another year of revenue for Mobile's economy. You'll be amazed at the revenue generated for the city. More to follow.
Great movies to check out right in your own dorm room or home. We'll have some recommendations for you that we think that you'll like.
All this and more as we prepare to dive into your weekend. Weekend Warm-Up starts right now. Welcome to our third show of the spring semester. Our student spotlight of the week is senior JT Crabtree. He'll be with us following our first commercial break. We'll also have the upcoming weekend weather forecast for you as well. Turning now to Cassie.
Thank you, Bryant. The video inputs have been made to JAG Idol by the contestants. The excitement and momentum continues to build. The wait for callbacks has started for the contestants. We'll keep you posted each week with new and updated info as we search for the next JAG Idol. Don't hesitate to contact jagiDol2013@gmail.com with any questions or comments you may have.
It's something fun for everyone right here on campus. The world-famous Harlem Globetrotters will be performing at USA's Mitchell Center on Friday, February 22nd at 7 p.m. For those unfamiliar with the basketball showmen called the Globetrotters, let's bring you up to speed. They started as the Savoy Big Five in 1927, originating in Chicago, Illinois. The Globetrotters were originally a serious competitive team, beating their premier professional team, the Minneapolis Lakers, for 2 years in a row in 1948 and 1949. In the 50s, the Globetrotters added comic routines involving amazing coordination, skillful passing and dribbling, balancing or spinning balls on their fingertips, and trick shots. Up until they became known for more entertainment than sports. Their warm-up routine, done to the tune of Brother Bones's whistled version of Sweet Georgia Brown, became their hallmark. Known as the Clown Princes of basketball, the Globetrotters drew large crowds who marveled at the antics of Meadowlark Lemon, Jerome James, Reese Goose Tatum, and Fred Curly Neal. In the 1970s, they enjoyed fame on ABC's Wide World of Sports. The Harlem Globetrotters cartoons, the Harlem Globetrotters popcorn machine, the two commercials, Burger King and the airline's TWA, they were featured on trading cards and cereals such as Cocoa Puffs and others. With a minimum purchase of 3 tickets, you can save up to $6 per ticket, valid on select tickets. You can get more information and find tickets at the USA box office, by phone at 1-800-745-3000 or online at Ticketmaster.com.
I've never seen them, but it sounds like a lot of fun. I would love to go.
Yeah, that famous whistling theme I thought of immediately.
Yeah, for sure.
For
I've
sure.
heard it.
Now, with graduation just a few short months away, I know I'll be one of those walking across the stage. USA is here to help you get ready. We provide not only resume writing assistance, but also an opportunity for students to meet potential employers. The Spring Career Expo 2013 starts Tuesday, February 19th. Mark your calendars from 1 to 4 in the Mitchell Center by the Waterman Globe. The Education Center Expo will follow on Wednesday, February 20th from 4 to 5:45 at the Laidlaw Arts Center. And the Cooperative Education and Internship Program will be on Thursday, February 21st at 3 in Meisler Hall. You can also find that information on page 2 of the Vanguard.
Mardi Gras 2013 is now in the books, as we say, with huge financial success for the city of Mobile. $250 million, that's billion with a B, was poured into the city again this year through goods produced, jobs provided, services rendered, entertainment, hotels, restaurants, vendors, and direct spending through parading organizations. Mardi Gras in Mobile was once again a huge success with its powerful $250 million economic windfall to the port city.
This week on the Best of Netflix, I will be recommending 3 of my favorite TV shows on Netflix Instant Watch. The first show I am recommending is Arrested Development. This has been one of my top 5 shows of all time, and I'm happy that it's on Netflix. It has been for a while. A lot of people missed out on this hilarious show when it was on Fox a few years ago. It has since gained a cult following so strong that Netflix will be airing all new episodes this year, which will include all of the original stars like David Cross, Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Michael Cera. If you don't already know, the show follows Michael Bluth as he tries to keep his family's company from going under after his father is imprisoned. His greedy, dysfunctional family members each have their own selfish concerns that prove to be exceptionally funny for the viewers. Numerous guest stars and the perfect ensemble cast make this a show that cannot be overlooked again.
Thank you, Charlotte. Our student spotlight of the week is JT Crabtree. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
My name's Reggie. Just recently, my wife and I took in her sister's children. Now, we already had 4, so I went from becoming a family man to a man with a bigger family. Now, you can't eat love, so I don't know how I'm gonna feed them tonight. How was that, Rich?
I think I look more like Denzel.
That's cold, man.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig. Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Oh, sweetheart. Gonna give you a hand?
No thanks, Dad. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go fix the lamp in your room.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Welcome back to Weekend Warmup. It's now time for our Student Spotlight of the Week. JT is a senior, is actively involved with the Vanguard, he's USA's Afro Man, is a member of Jag Nation, and is the creator of numerous University of South Alabama halftime shows with Toga Man and with shows on YouTube as well. He's appeared on Jag TV numerous times with USA Sports. He's enthusiastic, proactive, and involved with a plethora of activities across the campus. And he's genuinely a nice guy. Please join me in welcoming JT Crabtree as our Student of the Week.
Thank you.
How now, brown cow? No, so full disclosure, JT totally works for me, and he's one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. So I'm really happy that he's here today. The very first question I wanted to ask you that a lot of people I'm sure ask you is, what started Afro Man?
Oh, geez. It started as just kind of a stupid thing to do, really. I just found some stuff. My original idea was to get Hulk hands and a red afro, and I couldn't find the Hulk hands. So I was like, okay, I'll get an afro. And I threw that on. I was going through my closet, and I found a ski vest, and I wore that and some aviators, and it just started out as a one-time thing. And then everyone else at games thought it was hilarious. I was like, all right, I'll keep doing it. And it just caught on from there.
A legend was born.
I love it.
Yeah, and then your friend Sam Wicker is Toga Man. How did you guys join forces?
It's funny because we were doing two separate things. He was down in one area of the stadium, and I was in another. And during one game, it was 2010 against Missouri S&T.
That feels like forever ago,
I know.
doesn't it?
I feel old now.
Oh, no.
He sent a friend of his up there, and he said, go get him. We need him to come help us. And I just ran down there with him, and ever since then, we've been a dynamic duo.
You guys have been inseparable ever since.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, JT, one thing, what exactly is your major? With all the confusion, I mean, you've been on Jag TV, you write for the Vanguard. Tell us.
I'm actually print journalism. Print is where I want to be.
Okay. So you're choosing willfully to be poor?
In so many ways, yeah.
Definitely.
What do you like about writing?
I've always loved sports. I played them in high school, and I love being able to tell people what's going on, necessarily without them having to be there. And I like the fact that print is always there. You can always go back and see it, and it's really kind of timeless in that sense. And I really love the fact that when you get to break a story, for me, it's just oh yeah, I learned that first, and I'm going to tell everybody about it. I love that feeling.
That's exciting.
How long have you been writing Left of Center for the Vanguard?
Left of Center actually just started in June this past summer. And before that, I was just a sports reporter since October of 2011.
Absolutely. What exactly brought you on with the Vanguard wanting to write with us? Were you already print journalism, or is it just something you kind of wanted to do?
No, I was actually radiology.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, I thought you were a different major.
Yeah.
Radical change there.
Yeah, I'm going medicine and then print journalism. But, I love it. It's really fun. I actually was asked to write for the Vanguard while I was being interviewed about Afro Man.
How about that? Who did that interview?
That was Jason Curry,
senior
Curry. Reporter.
Yeah, another good one of our team. So, what is the greatest moment that you've had as Afro Man? I know that last week you were honored at the halftime show at the basketball game, and it was on your birthday for your contributions for building school spirit. I mean, you're on pictures in the field house. You have so many things that you've gotten. And Joey Jones has worn your afro, right?
Yeah. Joey Jones has asked me to.
Joey Jones, the football team.
Joey Jones has worn it once during a pep rally.
I remember. That was so cool. And what would you say your favorite moment has been?
Probably the Florida Atlantic game, our first ever FPS win. We were me and Sam were two of maybe 15 students left. And it's really cool to say we were part of that group who saw history. And
absolutely.
I'll never forget, after the game, the players ran out to the stands and were giving us high fives, and starting quarterback Ross Matheny jumped in the stands and Toga Man grabbed him by his shoulder pads and started shaking him around.
Was that the double overtime win?
That was the double overtime.
Yeah. Oh, I was there. It was epic.
Yeah, we were there for that. We were screaming on top of the press
epic.
box. There's a rule, you can't do that.
Yeah. Well, it's
So-
outside the press box.
Absolutely.
That's okay.
Now, I know that one of the things I did want to touch on is I know that you've overcome some physical adversity medically to be able to be where you're at. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, in 2005, I had spinal fusion surgery.
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds scary.
It does.
I had scoliosis when I was in middle school, and it got to the point where I needed surgery. And so what they did was I underwent an 8-hour surgery where they took bone from my vertebrae and fused it to the bottom of my spine along with 2 18-inch titanium rods to straighten out my spine. And I now have perfect posture all the time, but it was really scary because I was told I couldn't walk for like a month. And it really sucked because at the time I was playing a lot of sports. I was told you can't play football ever again. And when I was a kid, I wanted to be a star quarterback. And I was like, no. But they told me like you can't do some sports and stuff like that. So I started playing baseball instead. And actually, I got interviewed by the Press Register for that. And it was just a really cool thing because like so many people told me, you're never going to do this again, so just kind of move on from that. And I don't know, I proved them wrong a little bit.
You proved them wrong and you raise up and do your thing.
Absolutely.
So do you see yourself being a sports reporter for the rest of your life?
I would love to if I have it my way. That's definitely what I'm going to be doing. I love being around sports. I love telling people about it. I like being able to kind of bring people in and kind of, even if you don't know sports, I like to explain it to them, and hopefully they'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can do that through not just news, but through the features. You're an excellent feature writer. I know you did the story on Trey Fettner and how he was like Tebow and those different things.
Treybo.
Treybo. And it really kind of helps you understand the players. I think you do a really good job of that.
Thank you.
For sure. Are there any other goals besides being a sports reporter that you hope to accomplish here in the next couple of years?
I'd like to stay around here and cover South. I mean, obviously I love them so much. I've got the hat, the armband, the shirt. I
never see you without South apparel.
I'm always wearing South stuff, and I love this team so much, and it's really cool that I've been, when I got here it was 2009, first year of the football season, and I've kind of grown with the team, and it's a really cool feeling, and I'd like to keep that going. I'd like to stay with them.
It's so sad to go to a game and not see you, once you graduate. It's good, you know what I mean? If you're not there, if you
as Afro Man,
and not see you as Afro Man, it's to me.
I bet you'll still be
because I've always gone and seen him as Afro Man, in the basketball games and.
Have you blessed any other people trying to live up to the Afro Man Toga Man?
We're trying to pass it on to a few people. There's a few freshmen that we've talked to, and they've kind of picked up on it. That's one of our main goals right now, is to find someone that can kind of carry the torch for us afterwards.
Have you seen the Jaguar Warriors?
Yes, them too.
I love them.
There's some friends of ours
I like your Afro.
that they actually debuted at homecoming this year, and they said the reason we started doing this is because we found out you guys were retiring.
Doesn't that make you feel good?
I was like, all right, that's just what we wanted.
Well, I mean, you've been tapped by the athletic department to help foster school spirit because you're so good at what you do. So I think regardless of what happens, he's going to leave a pretty lasting impression on South Alabama.
I think you already have.
And now we're going to use JT for what his actual job is, as sports editor, to do a special segment on USA Sports. So to JT.
All right, well, this coming weekend, South Alabama men's basketball has got their final home game of the 2012-2013 season against North Texas. North Texas has been kind of disappointing this year. They were predicted to finish in the top half of the Sun Belt, but they are actually now in the bottom half. Predicted Player of the Year, Tony Mitchell, has been banged up this year, and co-Player of the Year, Augustine Root from South Alabama, is also banged up. So two big guys going at each other. They're banged up. It should be a good game. It's senior night, so you should come out and support the Jags on February 23rd at 7 p.m.
Go Jags.
Go Jags.
That was an amazing job, and we're going to persuade you to come back maybe sometimes and do some more segments for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you so much for being here, JT.
No problem.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism.
Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
I know, 2 seconds. Hang on, just stand still. Stand still.
Boys, hang on, boys!
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Up to 40% of businesses never recover after experiencing a major disaster. Make a plan at Ready.gov/business.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
USA Jacksons Jay Berg, Josh Kane, Ethan Hadley, Rusty Sarhan, Luke Buckley, and alumni Jason Cooper are among the Mobile filmmakers who have made their submission to the Bay Film Scramble event. Film Scrambles offer a unique challenge to all area filmmakers. Films were turned in to the coordinators at the Crescent Theater on Wednesday, February 13th. The films will be viewed and votes taken on February 15th, Friday, at 10:30 p.m. and Saturday, February 16th at the downtown Mobile's Crescent Theater. For more information, visit filmscramble.org.
The second show I'm recommending for everyone is the FX hit Louie. Louie follows real-life comedian Louis C.K. in a slightly fictionalized version of his life. Each episode contains 2 stories of Louie's life and everyday struggles as a comic and single dad in New York City. Some of the stories border on the serious side, but they each contain enough humor to keep you laughing. The show is what I would call a true love story to New York. It is brilliantly shot, and the directing truly captures both the beautiful and the gritty side of the city. I hope you check it out and fall in love with the show just like I have. The last show I'm recommending this week is an IFC original, Portlandia. If you're not already watching this show, you're really missing out on a truly genius comedy from SNL's Fred Armisen and his best friend and comedy partner, Carrie Brownstein. Portlandia captures every counterculture group of Portland and America in general and amplifies them to a hysterical new level. Each episode features a litany of guest stars making unexpected cameos. Both seasons 1 and 2 are available for you to watch this weekend in one long, non-stop session, only pausing to use the bathroom or get more snacks.
Are we all really weather aware? A tornado touched down in Hattiesburg, Mississippi on Sunday, February 10th and damaged areas of the city, including the University of Southern Mississippi and Oak Grove High School. The university itself declared a state of emergency on campus. Students were advised not to return until further notice. On the evening of February 10th, USA was confirming damage to Jazz Station, Manani Performing Arts Center, Ogletree Alumni House, and Elam Arms. There were also reports of downed power lines and debris in the city as the tornado moved through northern Lamar County into Forest County. Now, I followed the story really closely on Sunday and was kind of shocked to see how some of the media didn't warn students. So that was really interesting. But I've since reached out to the student newspaper. They're the Student Prince, and we're hoping that we'll be able to work with them and get some information out on how to help USM.
Yeah, anything anyone can do to help would be very appreciated.
For sure. And I know we've gone through it here. We had the Christmas Day tornadoes here in Mobile, and now they've had theirs and a lot of their campuses in really bad shape.
I was shocked to hear about it.
Absolutely. But only 3 people injured, no deaths.
Yay, that's good.
That's really, really good.
I mean, you know, didn't you say they didn't put out warnings?
The local media did to a point, but I thought that
Like
the way that
their school
USM
paper?
disseminated information was pretty sad. I know that a lot of people criticize USA.
No, I think South does a very good job at putting out.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion. But constantly on my Facebook and
I feel like I'm getting alerts
especially
all the
Twitter.
time. I'm very updated.
Yeah.
Especially on Twitter.
Yeah, always, for sure. And I think that's good.
Well, I think that a lot of it comes from JAG Radio, JAG TV, and the Vanguard, and
Yeah.
Storm Team 4. We all update, 24/7 if there's any kind of warning whatsoever, and that goes out via Facebook and Twitter, and try to do our best. So it was definitely strange to see that their student media didn't do very much. So that was very strange. You guys said that social media is generally the best way that you get your
I think that's the
information.
easiest way. I mean, they have that text message thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the texts go out. Sometimes they're a little delayed, but we do have the campus warn system, and it's not as bad as people say that it is. I think that what USM did kind of showed how much better ours actually is.
I think so too.
So for sure.
I think we would all agree that ours is better.
Yes.
And now moving on to the weather for this weekend. Friday's high is 64 with a low of 37. Saturday dips even cooler with a high of 55 and a low of 34. And then Sunday's high is only 59. So the weather's starting to fluctuate back and forth again. And we'd once again like to thank JT Crabtree for his time in joining us as our Student Spotlight of the Week.
Woo!
Please like JAG TV on Facebook. You can find us on Channel 63 in the dorms and on YouTube while visiting us at southalabama.edu/JAGTV.
Please send your comments and questions to jagtvusa@gmail.com.
And have a great weekend.
Thank you for joining us.